think we are live. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're live. Hey there, peeps. Detective Boo Boo here. We have all these songs to go through, as you can see in the title. With about a week left now until season 2 comes out of Hazbin Hotel, I thought I'd come back to this. And since one of my favorite things overall, not just about the show, but just in life in general, is music, I'd have to try and at least go through these, see which ones stand tall. And we're not just doing Hazbin because that'd be way too short of a stream. So we're also going to throw in Helluva too, because why not? So, let me know if you guys are excited for season 2, because I'm really pumped. And while they're not on the list, I am going to be talking about the season 2 songs, the 2 of them that did come out, which was, I think it was like Has Been Guaranteed, Trust Us, and Gravity, which are very, very good. And if you have not listened to them yourselves, I'd highly recommend it. So, with that being said, let's get started, because I don't want to be on doing this for too long. So this does include the pilots of these 2 shows, and the original pilots. I'm not talking about Mission Zero for Helluva, because I think I haven't really listened to the songs a whole lot. I think it's just the jingle that got remastered, which is pretty good, but I'll come out of that. I'll talk about that a little bit, but nothing too much. And then this list does include Addict and Just Look My Way, the 2 fan-made songs that Visby Pop made into canonical songs, so we'll be ranking those as well, because they are considered canon now, to some degree. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. So, starting off with the pilot, let's see. This is the very first thing you hear in this entire franchise. I'm always chasing rainbows. Apparently, over time, I think I learned that this is not a original song. I gotta remember who originally wrote this. I think it was... Let me look it up real quick. But yeah. It's credited to Harry Carroll. The melody is adapted by Frederick Chopin. It was originally performed in 1917 is what it looks like. So Charlie reprised this as the opening for the Hazbin pilot. And when you give this a want to watch, it does give like a beautiful setting, but it's also kind of tragic at the same time. You kind of get like what the memo is of hell. It's definitely not a pretty place from the sounds of it, but then you get introduced to this song. It's pretty damn depressing of what they go through. You kind of get into the mindset of what the Princess of Hell is feeling right at that very moment, just a little bit ways after another extermination comes. Oh yeah, for those of you, before I go any further, have not seen any of these shows or whatnot, there will be spoilers for season 1 and of Hazbin, the pilot, and then the pilot of Helluva plus seasons 1 and 2. So watch the stream with a little bit of caution, or if you want to go watch the episodes first, they're on YouTube. Visby Pop has Helluva at least posted. Hazbin, you'd have to watch on Amazon Prime, unfortunately. So, or you could be lucky enough to find like a reaction to the episodes on YouTube, but whatever works for you. This song I gotta give a pretty high ranking. I don't think it's good as some of the other ones, but it does give a strong opening to the whole franchise and whatnot. It is beautifully sung, and now I've listened to it back and back again. But yeah, I gotta put it in B tier. I don't think it's as strong as some of these other ones on the list, but it definitely holds true to being the very first song you hear from Hazbin Hotel, and it's performed very, very well. The next one up is Inside of Every Demon is a Rainbow, and to be honest, not a big fan of this one. This was sung during Charlie's interview with Katie Killjoy and 666 News and whatnot. I don't know. I've always found this one kind of cheesy, a little bit. Nothing that truly stands out on it. But again, some of these other songs, a lot of these are bangers. But there's a couple that I can name. There's a lot of them I can name that it's just not good at all. So, I am gonna put this one a little lower. I don't know. Is D a bit? I think I'm gonna put it very bottom of C. I don't think it's bad enough to be in D tier. I really don't. But I do think it doesn't really stand well against the other ones. I don't know. I think do a lot of people like this song? I don't even know. But I don't know. I'll have to think about that a little bit. But I do think this is C for now at least. Inside of Every Demon is a Lost Cause. This one's performed by Alistair, who I think was Black Griffin in the pilot, if I want to remember. At least the singing voice actor was. For those of you who don't know, the pilots for Helluva Boss and Hazbin Hotel, once they got rolling with the full series, a lot of the voice actors changed and whatnot. And you can tell there's a big difference. Also, hello Lucky, Mindy, and Zero from my chat. Every Demon is a Lost Cause. I like this one better. It is a better... I do think it's a better song than the one before it. It's funny. It doesn't... I mean, it's nothing great, but it's always good. I don't mind listening to this one every once in a while. But I still have to give it C. I would put it before Inside of Every Demon is a Rainbow, though. Oh yeah, another thing about this, we're gonna be listing these from S to F. I'm gonna be putting them in order of like what I'd put if I was actually like ranking these on like 1 through 56. I want to say. Well, how 56? Yeah. But yes. Technically, the last one to come from the pilot era. It didn't come in the actual pilot. There's a whole separate video about for this song. Silverhound made it, and it was performed by the voice actors of Angel Dust and Cherry Bomb, which is very, very interesting to listen to. It gives you more on the concept of what Angel's trauma and pain is all about before you ever get to the full series. It's very, very well done. I love this song. It's beautifully put, and Silverhound did an incredible job making it. I don't know if the original version of it is up. I'm not entirely sure. I think Silverhound just used also the voice actors as well, since they're very, very interactive with the community and such of indie animation. But this the video's tragic for all the entertainment wise right reasons, and it is definitely still one of the best songs to come from the franchise. When you listen to it and it sounds familiar to something that you've heard from me before, it was one of the songs that was in the mashup of the first ever cover I did. So that's where it's probably coming from. Which I'm gonna be honest, didn't really age a whole lot well, because I still don't like listening to it nowadays, just because I'm not used to my own singing voice. But still, Addict, is it S? I think I'm gonna put it at the top of A for now, because there's still a couple of songs that are really, really worthy of being an S. But for right now, I am gonna put Addict in A. It does really stand out well. So now we get into the full series, which is on Amazon Prime, which is also where season 2 is gonna come out. So with that being said, Happy Day in Hell is the very first song you hear from the full series. And to be honest, it does a very decent job of opening what everything is going on. Charlie's going around about singing how she's gonna have like this, how she believes that one day the people of hell are gonna be redeemed, and that it's gonna be a really good day for hell once that her dream comes to fruition. Of course, you got all the funny demons also in the background, like saying "No, fuck you" and whatnot. But it's a very interesting concept of what this is. Oh, hello. What is this? Depressed radio guy. Hello. Is it great by any means? No, but it's actually a pretty good song once I listened to it a couple times again and again. I don't even remember where I put this in my original tier list. I think it might have been in B or C. I am gonna put it in B though. Probably behind the pilot's opening song. It's done really well done. Erica does a fantastic voice. I have to listen to more of her stuff, like on Broadway shows or whatnot, because man, that's a killer voice. I think there are better songs than this, and once you look at the list, it's pretty obvious to that. But yeah, it does suit well as an opener. So give props to Hazbin for that. Happy Day in Hell goes in B tier. Hell is Forever. Okay. Of the two from the pilot, or not the pilot, the first episode, this one's easily my favorite one. This is like during the meeting with their first meeting with Heaven. Charlie has Adam before, like saying like, "Oh, it's fuck you. Hell, there's a reason why hell is hell and heaven is heaven, whatnot." And then that's where the whole plot comes in. Now your extermination date is cut from a year, every year to every 6 months. And honestly, the way this song is performed is very well done. I love the rock aspect of it, especially, and it's always one that's gonna catch an earworm for me. And you'll probably find me singing this quite a bit when re-listening to the season 1 soundtrack. I kind of like the song Happy Day in Hell. Yeah, I do too. I just think there's a couple more songs that are better than that. But anyways, Hell is Forever. It's an easy A. I don't think it's as good as Addict nowadays. I love Hell is Forever. But there are like a couple songs that are better, but this one really does. This one really, if you didn't like Happy Day in Hell, which I don't know if anyone didn't like the song, this one really made up for it. And for the ones that really liked Happy Day in Hell, this one's the one that really, they're serious about this. This is actually really damn good music. Because when I first watched Hazbin Hotel, I was not expecting it to be a musical, because I was very unaware with what Hazbin Hotel was. I'm sorry, I was introduced to it to a certain video of a certain 50K video that I do not want to talk about right now. So I was very unaware with what the show was going to be. So to me, Happy Day in Hell was a bit cheesy at first. Obviously, now listening to it back, it's of course, with what the show is nowadays, it's a very, very good tune. Hell is Forever, though, that really got me hooked into the series. So it's always going to have a little special place in my heart. And yeah, it deserves its A tier. It still holds well to this day. Stay Gone. Okay, this one I remember originally. I wasn't too big on this song, and um, I don't know. It just something didn't sit right with me for this song. I don't know what it was. Nowadays, though, it's actually listening to it back, and after seeing that one fan animation that made it look like it was in 3D, which is so sick. I don't know. I forget who made it, but I remember seeing it. It was so damn cool. Um, I like Stay Gone now. It's really, it's one of the songs that I really still, it actually sits well nowadays. So um I think that outside of the finale, it's the only time Fox really sings for any of us. Um, so you get to hear the vocals there a little bit. House Forever is a very good song. Plus, I like the line "Fucking House Forever," whatever you like it or not. Yeah, the chorus really hits for that one as well. Like, forgot to mention that. But "Stay Gone," I think at first, if you listen to it for the first time without context, it's gonna really confuse you a little bit. And to be honest, this whole episode was a bit confusing with how they introduced the V's a little bit. But once you get used to like how a bit it is, the first season is a bit rushed. I will say that. But and I'm glad, and I hope they do make the episodes longer in season 2, because I was a little bit like, I get the whole Vox and Alistair thing had a rivalry, but I was just like thinking, is it more just like Vox being acting like a child when it comes to Alistair or whatnot? But um, I hope season 2 really does unfold more on that. I think we're supposed to get like a Vox versus Alistair battle, which is gonna be really, really damn cool. I cannot wait to see that. But in terms of the song "Stayed Gone," I think originally it was C or D for me, but I am gonna put it at the very, very bottom of A. It's really held. It's really, really grown on me since I've started listening to it more. And I love the back and forth, especially between Vox and Alistair. And I really do hope I hope Vox gets more singing time in this upcoming season, because he was cool sounding when we got to listen to him sing. So I hope to hear more of Vox vocals in season 2. And yeah, I think this song really did grow on me quite a lot. The one that didn't, though, it starts with "Sorry." That one's my first D. It's nice and all, but compared to what else we have, it really did not hold up well. I don't know anyone who when they say hey, what's your favorite piece of the soundtrack? I don't think anyone is coming up with "It Starts with Sorry" as one of the top ones. But it's okay. It's like we got a bunch of bangers. Like this feels a bit forced. It's kind of like when like Sir Prentice was caught working for Vox and whatever. Charlie was more willing to forgive, while Baggy and Angel were either threatening to kick him out of the hotel or just flat out kill Sir Prentice. So, and to me, this one was also kind of cheesy, but not in the way that Happy Day in Hell was, where it's like, oh, it caught me off guard. If it's a musical, ooh, I'm not sure if I want to watch this now, but rather in, yeah, I forgot there was a second song. Ooh. So it is a fine song, but it's nothing special. I'm not exactly a fan of it. So it does go in D. I could probably put it into C, but I don't know. Actually, you know what? I do. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'll put it in C. Because I do like it more than Inside of Every Demon is a Rainbow, but it's still nothing great. It would still be towards the bottom of C, probably at the end of the tier list, so yeah, it goes there. This one's another one that's really grown on me. Respectless. This was Velvet and Carmilla's song that they did at the Overlord meeting in episode 3, where what season 1 did is they had like 2 songs per episode. So Happy Day in Hell, Hell is Forever was in episode 1. Stay Gone, It Starts With Sorry is in episode 2. These two are in 3. These two are in 4. These two are in 5. These two are in 6. These two are in 7. And these two are in 8. So, with that context out of the way, episode 3's first song is Respectless, and when I first listened to it, I thought it was okay. I didn't exactly like it a whole lot. But nowadays, it's really, really grown on me. I've heard a couple of covers as well that have done a really good job at capturing the tone of the original performance of Respectless. But again, at the end of the day, nothing's gonna beat the original, and you kind of understand like the tension of both overlords, and you understand as well they both got a point when it comes to their sides. Velvet's like, well, you have the angel's head. You've proven that they can be killed. Why not give us weapons so Hell can defend itself from them? And then, but at the same time, you gotta understand Carmilla's standpoint of, I want to stay away from all of this. I want to protect my own kids. I don't want to get involved with any of this, and I don't want to take any further action until we have more evidence, which both sides can have their flaws. Velvet seems kind of a bit aggressive with her thinking and whatnot, and Carmilla's like can be a bit passive. Like, you kind of want this deal with heaven being dealt with, but you also don't want to be like too aggressive with it where it comes down to like where you just make the situation worse. So you can understand both points. And this song came out of nowhere. It was literally just like right in your face at the Overlord meeting. So it was a nice surprise, and the switch up when Velvet started her part was it was confusing at first to me, but once I listened to it again, it was a really nice touch, and I truly did enjoy it. I have to put this in A. This one's a really, really damn good song, and it captures the tones of both sides' thoughts and opinions on the matter very, very well. And they do have some kind of good bars, and it is kind of a rap battle in a way, so that does get bonus points for that as well. Whatever it takes. Oh man. Okay, when I first listened to this song, there's a lot of songs on here that when I originally did my tier list, I ranked kind of low, just because I didn't really think about how well these songs were made. I thought at first this one was kind of bland. I wasn't really much of a fan of Whatever It Takes. But when I've listened to it more and more, I truly began to appreciate like the vocal performances as well, the context of everything, the meaning of each lyric, and yeah, it is easily one of my favorites now. I think Respectless, I think it's probably higher than Stay Gone. Definitely not as high as Hell's Forever. Whatever It Takes is also A. Originally, I wasn't a big fan of episode 3's 2 songs, but now they're really good, and at least that's my opinion on them now, and I appreciate each of the songs, and we get a bit of Zestial too at the very beginning. You kind of get a further understanding of how Carmilla feels on the matter, how she's going to be willing to protect the kids. It is a weird duet with Vaggie at first, just because you have no context of how these two characters are really connected. Whatever It Takes is a beautiful and relaxing song to me. Yeah, I love this one nowadays. But yeah, it is confusing at first, especially when you first listen to it without like the other episodes out, just because what's really the connection with Vaggie and Carmilla? You don't really get context of that until like the 7th episode, and I can understand why people are thinking this is not exactly the duo I'd be thinking of that would perform this song, especially Vaggy coming out of nowhere. Like you don't really expect much of it, but once you take, but once you kind of understand the bit of the connection between the two, this song just hits a lot harder. And especially Vaggy's vocals, I did not expect Vaggy to sound that good. I really didn't. Um, it was a pleasant surprise at the end of the day. I truly did enjoy listening to it, and yeah, I'm glad I gave this one a second chance because I really like this one now. Oh boy, the two episodes where my favorite tunes are in, episodes 4 and 5, still to this day, in my opinion, have the best songs of the entire season. And I'm not willing. It is not up for debate. You will be wrong if you say any other episode has better songs than these two. These two, episode 4 in particular, are the ones that have the most popular ones. So, starting probably with the most controversial song in the entire season, Poison. And this whole episode is just completely controversial. There's so much debate about how Angel Dust portrays SA, and this song is probably the pinnacle of it. Poison takes place just like it kind of does what Attic does back in the day. It explains like how Angel is like caught up in the madness of his contract, of how he has to deal with Valentino every single day he goes to work. But while Attic is like, oh, I take this like a drug. It makes me feel good. I'm pretending to be a a star for everyone and anyone to see. Poison's like the Addict's like when you get drunk. Poison's like when you get back to being sober. It's like, oh my god, not again. It's like I can't deal with Poison's like the I can't deal with this. I want to die. I want out of this kind of feeling. And there's a reason why I did the mashup for the two as my first cover. It is a very, very tragic song, especially some of the lyrics that Poison has. Especially, the ending. The ending is probably my favorite part of the song. You can hear the desperations, the sadness, the tragedy, the fear in Angel's voice at the very end. Wish I had something to live for tomorrow still will forever hit as a very, very dark ending to the song. And it's like that final few lines of song is like, you just understand now how this song really is supposed to hit. Because there are some people that are saying like, oh, they're just making like Angel look like he's enjoying this, like this is a like this is some sort of joke or whatnot. I can kind of see that, but at the same time, there are gonna be deep. SA is a very, very interesting concept and a very difficult one to talk about, which I'm not really gonna get into too much detail. But all I know is it's gonna affect everyone differently, who goes through it, and some people are gonna deal with it in different ways. So there's bound to be a debate and some arguments on the internet about how Angel Dust is portrayed, just because it's people go through it differently. Angel Dust is just one portrayal of so many different victims of SA. So some people will watch it and say this is very, very accurate to how we go through these kind of trauma, and some people go, that's not really, I don't know how to feel about that. It kind of does make me a bit uncomfortable. So you take with it whatever you want with it. This song is my first S though. It's a catchy tune, but it also really does drive home the tragedy of what the whole SA and contract deal Angel has to go through is like, he literally said in the song, like, disassociate, disappear. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, and Blake Roman did an amazing job. Michael Kovac did a great job with Addict. Blake Roman did his part in Poison. It was really well. And if you've seen last year when the Living Tombstone did like a remix of this song, it went hard, especially with Valentino's parts in the remix. So I just we need more Valentino singing outside of the finale, and I hope we get that. But it really does drive home the fact of how just tied up Angel is in all of this. So, but if you want a song that really does that isn't really as talked about, but it's still really really well loved, you have one in the same episode. At first, Loser Baby, I wasn't a particularly fan. I thought it was good. I didn't really like it as much as others did. I was kind of found it more comedic rather than good. But as time went on and I really listened to the song, I began really falling in love with this song. A little bit kind of relaxing, to be honest. I'm not sure if relaxing is the term to really call this, but it certainly is good. I will give it that. You kind of get the idea of how Husk got caught up in his contract and whatnot, and yeah, I'm looking at the time. I do not have a lot of time to do this, so if I cut like topics short or whatnot, I apologize in advance. But Loser Baby, I really do appreciate nowadays. It's another S for me. I like Poison better, but Loser Baby really does hold well up for me. I think I put it in like A or B last time. It's a good song. I love listening to it still. Hell's Greatest Dad. This one's probably this one's better than Addict in my opinion. Actually, no wait. Hold on. Let me think about this. Yeah, I think I like that. This is like Lucifer and Alistair's little duet, and I love every single bit of it until the very end. Lucifer and Alice, this was a perfect song for these two, and it kind of really like describes the driving power of like Charlie's of like who's trying to get Charlie's influence. With Lucifer trying to come in, like, be that absent dad that finally came back with the milk. Someone who's willing to help you, who has all this power. And then Alistair's trying to do his little manipulative kind of ways. Oh, I've been there through, I've been believing in your hotel, whatnot. And it's an interesting song to really describe that kind of influence over Charlie. See who the bigger daddy is of hell. But there's one part that ruins it for me. That almost ruins it, but really drags it down. Mimsy's little part at the end. I hate it. If Mimsy's part was not in Hell's Greatest Dad, this would have been easy S, but it's cringy at the very end. I hate it. But it does not take away what the rest of the song really has for it. So it will stay in A tier. I kind of wish it was I almost kind of want to put it lower, but I cannot drive away with what the rest of the song has. My favorite song of Hazbin Hotel's first season is More Than Anything. The true father-daughter bond finally comes into fruition. You finally get the sense of like Lucifer wanted to keep Charlie safe. It's why he kind of had stayed hidden and whatnot. When he tried to get after his stuff with Heaven, he didn't want to put his daughter in danger. He fears of what Heaven does to him. But at the same time, Charlie's like, I'm old enough. I'll be able to handle this. I really want this dream to come into fruition, but it has to come through with a talk with Heaven, and I need your support through this. And they at the very end where they do the little their duet, like they finally have a true understanding of each other. This song is perfection on all fronts. Lucifer's with Jeremy Jordan's vocals is amazing. Erica Henningsen's performance is phenomenal, and then the duet at the very end, it just sends goosebumps through you. There's nothing more that can be said about the song, and I'm so glad I did a cover of this one as well. And it's also up on my channel as well if you want to take a listen to it after the stream. But then you follow it up with a little bit of a downer. This one's going in C. This one was originally dead last for me, but I think nowadays I do like it more than It Starts With Sorry. I think Peter's vocals does really. I think the vocals are easily the best part, and it is kind of catchy. It's nothing like Poison or Loser Baby or Hell Is Forever kind of catchy, but it does have enough of it where it keeps you a little bit hooked. My biggest problem though, it was way too short. It was like a minute long compared to like some of these other songs, and there was so much they probably could have done with that. Plus, it was a tad cheesy for me. I wasn't a big fan of it, so I love More Than Anything. Yes. I loved More Than Anything. It's still my favorite Hazbin song, but Welcome to Heaven, I think it deserves C. It's fine, nothing great. Episode 6 better song was You Didn't Know, and this one goes into A easily. This is like during the climax, during the trial. Vaggy's revealed to Charlie as a former executioner angel or extermination angel, and then is this like Heaven's first time really knowing what the exterminations really are, and this is like Emily's exposure, like where she's truly now has Charlie's back through all of this, and the vocals are done really well as well in this one. Sarah, Emily, Adam, Luke, and Charlie all do a fantastic job in their parts. Vaggy doesn't really get a whole lot of singing time, so I can't really praise or critique her performance a whole lot, but it's a really well done back and forth between all of them. I still like this song. I don't think it's as good as Hell's Forever, but it's very close, and it's something like Adam. Didn't you forget? Yeah, something like that. Did you forget that Hell Is Forever? The little callback. Yeah. But yes, it's very good. I still have to put it up there. Out for Love, B. I think it's like the very beginning of B. I love as a Hispanic origin, I love the little Spanish kind of tone it gives. But the song itself, it's still a bit confusing with the this is kind of where like Whatever It Takes really makes a little more sense, but still it's a weird lesson to be taught in a song and whatnot. It was an important lesson for Vaggy to learn though, because she wouldn't have had a chance in fighting against any of the angels if she didn't have that lesson with Carmilla. And it's like interesting, like a different concept of like, are you going to be out to try and fight for your own vengeance, or are you going to be out there to protect the ones that you truly do care about? That's what she needed to learn. That's what she did learn. It's a well done song. It doesn't really hold up well against the others though, so I do have to put it a little lower. But it's still a pretty good song. It's still better than Ready for This. Oh boy, people might hate me for this. Actually, you know what? I'm putting it above Welcome to Heaven. This one was a bit, I don't know. I think this one had the opposite problem. I think it dragged on a little too long for my liking, because I wasn't really hooked at all in this song, and it just did not. I mean, I get the aspect of like rallying the cannibal town together and whatnot, but it just did not sit well. It didn't sit right with me, and it's not something I'll go back to willingly to listen to. You kind of have to like, oh, if I'm doing like a whole tier list or not well, I am doing a tier list, but I mean like a whole listen through of the songs again. This one would not be one I'm really excited to listen to again. So yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's gonna stay down there. The More Than Anything reprise. I've heard people give this song a little bit of shit, but I do like it. I don't think it's as good as like these ones in A, but it does really. It's not a bad one. I do kind of get the understanding of like you really wasted Charlie and Vaggy's duet for this, because the original More Than Anything, that was perfect. A father daughter kind of, that was their song. Not, it wasn't really meant to be a lovers kind of song of where they understand. It wasn't their understanding to be had in the song. So I kind of get that. It was still pretty. It was still well done and all that, and it still does better than some of the other songs on this list. But it definitely is a weaker song compared to all the other ones. So it kind of has to be a bit lower. Finale. This one's gonna be. I think this one is at the very, very end of A. I love this one. You get a bit of everything. You get Lucifer, you get Charlie, you get Vaggy, you get all the protagonists and Angel, Husk and whatnot. You get the V's and their part. You get Vox and Val, and singing along. You kind of get the mindset for what season 2 is gonna be like, and then you get Alistair's little part in his song, which is very, very cool. I love seeing that, and it's very interesting at the end. And with like Alistair rejoining the cast, I thought it was gonna take a little bit for him to rejoin him, but I don't know. Again, season 1 was did kind of have a fast pace to it, so I'm not that surprised by it. But yeah, it was a pretty damn good finale. It kind of served what Happy Day in Hell was. It was kind of how that song served as the good opening, the strong opening to the series. This one served as the a good finale song for the season. So yeah, I think it does really well. It serves its purpose well. All right, that's all the Hazbin songs, and we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 36 more to go. Oh boy. Let's waste no time though. The IMP commercial jingle is what we're going to start off with, and this is from the pilot. You got 2 of these songs here. Oh my god, this one I will always go back and listen to. When you want somebody gonna, you don't want to waste so long, don't call the immediate murder professionals. It's a cute little jingle. I love listening to it. This one's like, I think this one fits. No, it's not as good as that one. The IMP jingle, I love it, and unpopular opinion, I think it's better than the new one that they had. I love the rock theme that they have for it, but there's nothing. But the original is always gonna really be that catchy. Oh, the silly, catchy jingle that you have. It's really, really good. I love it. Alrighty. The second one of the pilot is Oh Millie. This is the one that they kind of give a little bit of a taste to in this episode itself, but you don't really get to hear it in its full entirety until the very end at the credits. And I'm gonna be honest, it's a pretty damn good song. I like listening to this one. I don't think it's good as like some of the other ones that we're gonna be listening later on, but it does really well for what it is. It's a catchy little love tune that Moxie has for Millie, and I'm gonna put it in the B tier. I think it does really well. There's only like a few songs where I'm like, ew, I'm not sure, but yeah. The teacher song, is that what it's really called? This is the opening song for the first episode, and it's the only song of the first episode because apparently there's no other there's no like 2 songs per episode kind of feel that you get. So let's see. The teacher song, it's catchy. It's kind of catchy. It's definitely not going to stand well on a like out of context and whatnot. Actually, I'm putting this. I'm moving a couple things around. I apologize. Um, it's a catchy little thing, but it's nothing. Actually, what am I doing? What am I doing? It's at the very edge of B. It's nice. It's nothing great, but actually, you know what? I'm moving it down. I'm moving it down a tier. It's fine, but nothing too great about it. So it's not nothing like one that'll like immediately pop in my head, but it's nothing like too bad where I'll like remember being like, ooh, yeah. You'll be okay. Okay. Before we're going forward with all of these, I'm gonna have a huge stole. I'm gonna have a kind of Stolas bias because I love the character, but Bryce Pinkham does a really good voice. He does a really good singing voice for him. So, bear with me in terms of like me ranking the Stolas songs. So, You'll Be Okay. This is an easy A. This is like the tune I would sing to my own kids. It's a very comforting song. It just calming Octavia down when she was a child or in a nightmare. Really kind of sets up the whole dynamic between the two. And it really does make well for the songs later on in the show. So, the first piece of Bryce Pinkham's beautiful vocals. Lululand, it's a catchy song. I love this song. It's gonna go, you know what? I think this is great. Also in A, there's a lot of songs in A. Jeez. Actually, you know what? I'll put the finale at the very beginning of B. So, but yeah, I like Lululand. It's a catchy little, it's a catchy little jingle for the show. I kind of get, nothing like too spectacular, but it's just supposed to be a fun little catchy tune, and it does it really well. That's why it's in A at the very end of A, and not like B or something. But yeah, it's it's a very very good kind of, I don't know if you want to call it a throwaway, but you know. Vacay to Bone Town. Okay, not exactly a fan of this one. So I'm not exactly a big fan of the episode in general. I do like Verusica's like first interaction with Blitz, and the whole first season. It just feels like it's gonna be like, because the thing about Helluva Boss is, at first it was just more like a kind of funny comedy kind of show and whatnot. But as the series kind of went on, it became more and more tied with, this actually has a whole different, like everything's got a deeper meaning, and it became truly more of a story rather than just a side comedy show for the main series. So yeah, but Vacay to Bone Town, I was not particularly a fan of it. Verusica, I liked Verusica's character overall, but this song just did not really fit well with the Spring Fever episode, so I can't really rank it that high. This song, though, ew. I'm not that big on the group. They sound annoying, except whoever the sheep is. I think his name is like Clyde or something. I forget what his name is, but they sound annoying. I hate it. I can't. It is in a way catchy, but it's not nearly in the way catchy the IMP jingle was. So it kind of has to be that low, and they sound annoying. Sweet Victory. Not big on this one either, but it's gonna be at the very top of C. I like Stryker overall. He's a good character. I think there are some people that hate on him for no reason, but yeah, he's fine. But the song, I don't know, doesn't really sit right for me. I don't know what it is, but he's got better songs. He really does. I think this is the only one that he actually sings, rather than he's just a part of a scene for it. This one's a classic. Moxie's Bad Trip. This one, ooh, do I like it? This one I actually like more. I think I do like it more than Hell's Forever. Moxie's Bad Trip. This is like a full on trip of how Moxie and Blitz feel about each other, about life in general. It was a whole roller coaster of emotions and you really truly do get introduced to how these characters feel about themselves, about the people around them. It's tragic in a funny way, but it's also kind of good in the wow, I was not expecting that kind of way. So it does deserve an A at the very least. I was almost tempted to put it in S, but I think there are a couple songs in my opinion that are better. Like this one. I think this one might be one of my lower S's, but it's still a really good song. I love House of Asmodeus. Ozzy's got good vocals. He really has them. Oh, I love its vocals. And it's a really it's like that whole showman kind of feel, that vibe, and everyone did their parts really well. And even just starting and ending with Moxie's little song for Millie, it actually did really well overall. So I gotta put it in S. It's always a catchy one with a bunch of changes and tone shifts. I love it. Do we know how many songs for episodes? Was that? No, wait, that was episode 7. Episode 8, Cotton Candy. This one, I think I am gonna put it just above Lululand. It is a really solid song. I love it. I'll catch myself singing to it whenever I think about it. It's a really good song for Beelzebub's introduction, or Queen Bee's, whatever you want to call her. It's solid. I love it. It's a shame that Kesha couldn't do the vocals herself for the songs that Queen Bee has, but yeah, it's just and it's a shame that she won't be able to voice the character for the upcoming seasons, but hey, she did a phenomenal job as the voice, and the voice actress that did the singing, we're in good hands for Beelzebub fans, so don't you worry. But if there's a song that really defines her character, though, it's Monsters Ball. I love it. It's better than House of Asmodeus. I love this song. I did not even catch it during the episode that it was just the background for a bunch of the party scenes and whatnot. It is such a good song. The drop too is especially so good. I love it. This is easily my favorite song from Helluva Boss Season 1. It's even more than the One Stolas one, which I'm surprised there's 3 different songs from not Hazbin, Helluva Boss that are really that are actually better than that one, because I thought I really liked that one. But Monsters Ball definitely takes the cake for Season 1. I love it. Actually, I think I might get a little more than Losers, maybe, now I'm thinking about it. And now we got 26 songs. Or not 26, 24 songs for Season 2. We're going to start off with Stolas Sings. This is my least favorite Stolas song. I love the vocals he does, but the song itself just not... It was not that great for me. It was good. Nothing great. But yeah, he... some of it just... in terms of the vocal performance was fine choices, but I think it could have been better. I really did think it could have been, because this was a song about how Stolas is trapped, feels trapped in his relationship with Stella and whatnot, kind of reliving old memories of his time with Blitz, and it just not. I think it could really had a potential to be better, but I didn't wasn't particularly a fan of how the song was um, the song was in general. So, Till the Day We Die. Oh, this is from the second episode of season 2. This one might be incredibly underrated. I love this one. I think this is the best one. The best Moxie and Millie kind of duet or love song that they have for each other, and I'm not counting House of Osmodeus as that as a type of love song because that one's just like filled with a bunch of different things. Even though it started out and ended up as a love song, I don't think that one doesn't really count. But this one, this one really sits well. I think it's the biggest problem I have with it. It was a bit too short. I think I would have loved to hear a little more from it, but hey, you don't always get what you wish for, you know. Actually, I think I'm gonna put it right about there. Yeah. Crashing a Motherfucking Wedding. I love this one as well. Let's put it here. I think yeah, that's it well. It's like that catchy. It's got like that. It really shifts the tone from like Moxie being catch. It's just Millie just kicking some fucking ass, and it's a perfect song to match that kind of tone. I love listening to it. Probably is one that I would go back and listen to again if I could. So yeah, we're going with A tier for that one. I am kind of going through these kind of quickly because I don't have the most amount of time. The Ballad of Striker. Striker's theme. Oh, I love this one too. I think putting it here would work best. But yes, I love the Ballad of Striker. All the vocals, especially for the kind of theme, it goes really well. I almost want to do a cover of it just because, especially the way it ended, it was also kind of funny. Just the white guy holding the striker, just telling him to shut the fuck up. It's always gonna be funny for me. It's never not going to be. Again, Striker, I hope he gets a little bit more time. Except for Mastermind, I don't like how he's portrayed in Mastermind. Gonna be honest. But anyways, moving on. Speaking of Striker, we got What You Thinking About. I love how the songs. I love the switch. The switch is my favorite part. It starts out like it's gonna be this whole Western showdown kind of theme, and then it goes to like this poppy. Oh, what you gonna do to the thinking about? Like a pop song, and both songs would work well on their own, as both songs would work really well for this song just on their own. But putting them together was actually really genius of whoever was behind that, because it really does fit the whole kind of Millie and Moxie battling Striker trying to save Solus. Meanwhile, Blitz and Luna are at the vet's hospital trying to get Luna shot, and Luna's just being a fucking maniac with everything. I love it. It's a cool song. It does deserve A tier. Oh, episode 5. Oh god, I don't think any of these songs are gonna be higher than B. I'm gonna be honest. They're all ass in their own way. Regular Joe. I think this is like the definition of a C. I love that. Millie does a pretty good job here, but the song itself is just it doesn't really hit, and the lyrics, I'm not a big fan of it. So yeah, again, I just have a really negative view of happy campers or unhappy campers. So yeah, this was a pain to go through, and you know, there is one song that I'm thinking about, which I'm really glad that they did not put in this, because it sucks so goddamn much. It would be my only F, and it's Chaz's song. Fuck that character. He is the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I hate him so much. And, yeah, I hate him. I hate his guts. Every single thing about him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. So I am kind of glad that his song was not even on the list. I think they forgot to put that on there. But yeah. Because that would be my only F of the entire list, if I'm going to be honest. Everybody look at me. Oh, God. No, this is a D. Moxie does not sound good in this at all. He sounds so much better. It sounds desperate. I don't know why people like this one. Oh god, there are some people that I've seen actually rank this kind of high. Why? I don't like it. It's cringy. I hate it. He's like trying way too hard. Oh god. And then You Got the Power. It's fine. I think it is gonna go here. It's a good rock theme to end the episode on, but with everything else going on, it was really, really hard to go back and listen to it again and whatnot. God, Unhappy Campers is easily my least favorite episode of the entire series. Yeah, it just no, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back in that pit of me. Look at this. Look at this. Ooh. I think it just misses S. I love this. And I think the only reason I kind of find weird at the very end, but the entire song up to that point, it was so damn good, especially like the middle portion of the whole look at this, the heavy metal on that, and it was so damn good. I love Look at This. But it's the ending, that the weird, like, the whole Frenchy kind of, like, slow ending. It kind of took away a little bit of points from me. Otherwise, I think this would actually be better than Loser Baby, if it wasn't for that part. But still, really, really good song. I love it. Juggling is cool. Is this really a song? I don't know. This is gonna be C. Sure, right here. It's fine. It's nothing too special. So, there's not much I can really say or hate about it, so. Clown Bitch. Ooh. This one. A. A, easily. I love Clown Bitch. Where do I put it? I think right here is fine. Actually, you know what? Right here. Oh my god. This is their kind of song for their performance at the clown show. The 8th episode, Mammon's mid-season special, whatever it's called. It's a really good episode. I love it, but Clown Bitch itself was probably the best song. One of the 2 best songs of the entire episode. Really catchy. I love it. And I'm glad they released the full version now that the whole soundtrack is out. Crooked. You know what? Sure. Middle of B. It's a good song. It's a good, like, Ozzy Faces of Raleigh song. It serves its purpose well, but with the other songs on the list, nah, nothing too special for me. Now, 2 Minutes Notice. Oh my god, 2 Minutes Notice. Oh, I still jam to this song to this day. This is like the whole big fuck you to your masters, to your bosses. This would be like the perfect, like, fuck you. I don't do what you do. I do what I roll the way I roll. I love it. It hits every single way, in a good way. It's a really solid S for me. Alright. Just Look My Way. It's better than Addict. Am I really ranking it this high? Yes, I am. I love this. This is like the perfect tragedy kind of song for Stolas. And the original by Paranoid DJ, I think is what his name is, still timeless. Both versions are really, really good. And you know what? I'm not ashamed to be putting it this high. So, Especially the music video, listening to it over and over again, especially as the events of season 2 continued after this song released. It was so good to go back and listen to over and over, and it keeps aging well more and more. When I see him, it's a good A. I think it's a really, really good A. It's a good. I think this is the first time we really hear Blitz, and honestly, it's a solid A. So, do I put this above More Than Anything? Oh, I'm going to. No, actually, okay. I'm putting this in alphabetical order because these two, More Than Anything and All To You, are my two favorites from each series. All To You is my all-time favorite Helluva Boss song. More Than Anything is my all-time favorite Hazbin one. But I cannot pick up one over the other, and they're both terrific in their own ways. This is the best song of Helluva Boss by far. All To You is like that sad. Oh, I tried to do everything I could, but you just did not accept the way that you are, the way I see you, the way that I love all of you, but part of me still wants to be with you. This hurts me so for all the right reasons, and it it affects me still to this day. I still love listening to it. I sometimes cry listening to this still. It's the perfect kind of tragedy kind of song. Just how More Than Anything kind of like makes me like tear up a little bit every time I listen to it. All To You does the exact same thing. These are the only two songs on this list that will make me cry. But enough about that. Oh, they don't have the Okay, so the other song from the Over You from Verosica's kind of little pop song, that would have also been an S. It would have been I want to say would it be, I think it'd be around where Poison is. I think I do like Poison a bit more, but it's definitely a lot better than Just Look My Way. It's the perfect kind of like, I was like, I'm still trying to pick up the pieces, but I finally got over you. It's like, after listening to All To You, Over You is going to be the one where it's like kind of me regrouping myself after the listen. So, but I wish it was on here. I'll probably take a screenshot of this later, but yeah. A Spooky Kind of Love. It's a fun little song. I think I'm gonna put it in the B tier. It's a fun poppy kind of tune, but it's nothing too special, especially after like. Okay, episode 9, Apology Tour, is still my all-time favorite Helluva Boss episode, and actually might be my favorite one in the entire like universe of the Helluvaverse. So, but this one, Ghostfuckers was gonna be a really hard one to follow up, especially after a long wait, but Spooky Kind of Love was a solid one. I Want to Fuck a Ghost, though? Not entirely. I think I'm going to put this above the Juggling song. It's a good one. This is one where Erica actually performs, because I think she's Bethany Ghostfucker in this one, so. But yeah, she, it was again, kind of like what A Spooky Kind of Love was. It was a fun little tune, but nothing too special about it. Mastermind. I almost want to put this in S, but I am going to put it in A. It's it's a really good song. It's like the climax of Mastermind and the trial where Stolas comes in to save Blitz. It's kind of cheesy, but it's in the good way kind of cheesy. So I'm going to let that one slide. So this one, and I love the duet between the two. We can finally get a proper duet between Blitz and Stolas. So it's going to be a little high up. Day by Day, this is like the the one you hear like in the shopping kind of thing. Let's put it right here in B. That's fine. Nothing too special about it. It's not one I really remember a whole lot from. This one though, this one I love. This one I love. Oh, where do I put this? You're going behind Monsters Ball. Oh my goodness. Some of you might be thinking though, how do I put You Will Be Okay and I Will Be Okay in separate categories? Octavius hits way harder. Octavius part hits way harder than You Will Be Okay, and I wish she gets to do more songs in the future. Cause oh my god, if these two come together to do We Will Be Okay, it might overtake All To You. But for now, this song really does go hard, and it hits the tragedies of like Via just being like I'm just gonna go on in life without you, whether you want to or not, because I feel betrayed by you. It hits that hard, and you kind of see what Via is going through. Rage of the Frosted Marquee. Why is this on here? I don't really consider this much of a song. It's kind of like the juggling is cool better, so I'm gonna put it in C. A Sinsman's Party. This is kind of like the catchy little jingly kind of song. I'm gonna put it in right here in B. That's fine. It's a nice Christmas tune, but outside of that, nothing really I listen to on a daily basis. And then finally we got Merry Sinsmas, the very last one on the list. It's a good finale for season 2. It kind of like fits the tone of, oh, we're gonna move on in life. We're gonna get your daughter back. I promise you that. But you have to hold on for now. It's a good one to end the series or the season off with. I'm gonna put it right here, very top of B. But that is in fact my tier list. Jeez, I did not think I'd get through all of that in time. That was actually quite a lot, so yeah, I was a bit surprised of how I even put some of these on the list. But you know what? We all have different opinions. Maybe some of y'all would actually put what is this? Everybody look at me higher. Obviously Chaz's song would be an F, as I said. And Over You would be at the very top, kind of like by Poison. So those are two songs that I know that are on the list. I said I was going to talk about the first two songs of Hazbin that we got. I would put Hazbin Guarantee kind of near where... Actually, I would put it... I put it after Happy Day in Hell in B tier. It's a fine opener, nothing too special. Gravity though, S. I would put Gravity in S tier. I think I would put it right behind I Would Be Okay. So, yeah. Those are two. Gravity's a really, really good song. I cannot wait to see what season 2 has in store for us. But with that being said, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to share, channel around. It helps me grow. Donation links are always available. It's in the description below. Always optional, but any kind of donation would be very appreciated. Join the Discord server, also in the description. I did push predictions back tonight, another night for this. So tomorrow, kind of during the day, will be Week 8 predictions of the NFL season. And in 1 week, we will get Season 2 of Hazbin Hotels, and I'm very, very excited for it. But with that being said, take care of y'all, have a good night. I got some work to do that I need to get done, especially outside and whatnot. But with that being said, see you later, peeps. Thanks for watching.